Hey Leo, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 4th, 2025. This is for Leo. Last shuffle for Leo. Let's see what's going on, Leo. Let's hope that this is a better time because we all know what's going down right now, right? The Mercury retrograde is coming. It's coming. New supportive connections, and you have the angels of the four directions. I feel people right now are being guided to help you. Angels of the four directions tells me that they're being guided to you. They're being pulled. Okay. These are people that want to reconcile, they want to heal something, they're trying to give back. Well, they're giving back. Okay. I feel like this is them now saying, I'm only focusing on Leo at this point. Wow. What a welcome change for someone. But I also feel like the reason, what they're kind of giving is that the reason why they're doing this is because they feel to some degree kind of codependent on you. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, Four of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. These new supportive connections, to me, they look new. They even look newly supportive. And what they're trying to convey to you is that these are people that are very concerned that they are not keeping up. They're worried about something. The angels of the four directions are King of Cups and the Five of Swords. These archangels, Raphael and Uriel, typically, right, are trying to alert this person that you can't, this isn't a competition, right? You can't be better than the next and worse than the next. It's not about that. It's a partnership. So I'm seeing a partnership here, or this is a desire for a partnership, but this is someone who is like codependent. They have some kind of internal personal struggles going on here. They are feeling lucky now. They're realizing that they're worthy. I feel like their biggest issue is that they felt very unworthy. When people feel unworthy, what it does to their soul is it causes them to feel like, well, their ego takes over first of all, so they come off as really arrogant to replace the insecurity they feel. Like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of the energy of Leo, so in order to be worthy I have to be bigger than them, even when they're not. And it feels like they may be combative so that they can sound, so their voice can be heard, right? I'm not worthy, so I've got to make sure I bark louder than Leo, or meow louder, or whatever, because I'm seeing cats more than anything else. This is a person who feels super codependent on you. Like, they're reactive to you instead of being consistent unto themselves. And their consistency and your consistency come together and create a force. They're like reactive. So it destabilizes whatever union you've got going on here. This doesn't tell me what relationship this is. If this is romantic and this person is all of a sudden turning over a new leaf, if this is a romantic connection, this would be a person who may have been on your butt, man, on your tail, constantly focusing on war rather than healing. And war could, it doesn't necessarily mean they were, fighting and all that, but you may have always felt a sense of opposition from this person. And that almost to some degree that they wanted to always be the important, you know what I mean? There's a reader that has me in tears all the time. What is this, Tyler? I love Tyler, man. I love all the readers, to be honest with you. I haven't seen a reader that I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? Because we all have a really unique way of doing things. Everyone has a gift. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. But he always used to say back in the day when I first started watching tarot, I used to watch him because he was from an area that I used to live in, and I used to be like, man, to come out of that area and make it in life is wild, because that area was so, woo, man. You want to know backwoods? to me, it was. To me, it was right because it came from a bigger city. But he say, "Stop trying to be important." I used to be cracking up, like, "Stop trying to be important." And so, watching him so much, like I started saying it. Okay, I started saying it in my personal life. Stop trying to be important. Because it has so many meanings, right? But I feel like somebody in this situation was always trying to be important to you, or important to the situation, or they would centralize themselves in it. even if it had nothing to do with them, kind of vibe. This is what this looks like, and now they're changing. They're turning over a new leaf. They may be, the angels of the four directions are telling me that this person felt so unworthy, and because of that, they were not their authentic self at all. You may have been dealing with the fear, like the fearful side of them, which showed they were finicky, they were sensitive, they were insecure. You couldn't say anything to them. They would always be combative. They're now wanting to be different. I'm seeing them being reborn, right? And realizing and being more clear mentally. They're so clear that they're starting to realize that I can't force this. I know that my purpose has a lot to do with Leo. A lot. I'm seeing North Node energy with them. They feel like you're part of something they're supposed to do. So I see them being really patient. Some of you would, this would look like stalling you out. If they were so combative and all this other mess, all of a sudden now they're quiet, they're listening. They're trying to feel safe to be their real self at this point, right? I'm seeing them being very tender. If this is a romantic connection, they're being romantic. Um, and it's because they realize they need you. If I'm being honest, it's going beyond codependency to a point where it's like I want Leo and I need Leo, actually, because Leo, you may be the person that keeps them sane. You may be so clear that you are clearing them up. I'm seeing someone who's like, I feel confident in Leo's light, not the shadow, but their light. Before they were looking at it as I'm in Leo's shadow. Now they're like, I'm seeing it as being in their light, and it's a beautiful energy. It's almost bringing me to tears because I feel like somebody is in that gratitude energy. I'm feeling the rush of someone like uh, um, waking up, going, "Holy crap!" You know, gotta get it together, pull it together. Come on, rein it in. Dark thoughts, Six of Wands in the Tower. This is someone once again showing that they had two choices in front of them, and they would usually choose to be important. They would usually choose to be loud or to be um, finicky, right? They're dark. They may feel like things will never be successful for them. That may have been their thought process. It doesn't matter which way I turn. I'm there's always gonna be a dead end in the maze, whichever path I choose. It'll just be my luck that I run into a maze, a dead end. I mean, not run into a maze, but run into a dead end. This is someone who doesn't ever feel like they'll ever get to the end of a maze. They feel like it's endless, and there's no real solution. There's no real out. They feel like it's a trick or the game is rigged. That's what I'm seeing off of this person. Like the game is rigged. So there is um, something here about them realizing that they have two choices. They could change and just be themselves and realize that they're worthy to aim for what they want. They could have what they want too. This could be the vibe. Leo, you may be doing what you want. You may be living the life that you want now, and it may look like luck because that's what I'm seeing here. Ooh, Leo's so lucky. But in reality, it's because you made it happen. You know your purpose, or you maybe not knowing your purpose, but maybe you know to some degree what you feel you're meant to do. Maybe you understand your gifts and talents better. Maybe you understand that, hey, if somebody else was on the same path as me, looking for the truth and aiming for what's right for them, maybe we both could become something big. And so this person's realizing that's all you were trying to do. You weren't trying to combat them. You weren't trying to be better than the next person. You're trying to be better than you were yesterday. And I feel like now they're realizing that too. uh Leo, we always get that mess, man. I kid you not. You know how we run into people, and it's like it's either a love or hate, and sometimes it starts off as love and turns into hate. Because it's like there's no way someone could be that self assured. It's not a self assurance. It's like I'm here for a purpose. I'm breathing. Therefore, I must be doing. I got to be doing something. Like I got to do something, and we just go. We just do. We just are, and we make it look very easy, right? So I see a person in your space that's like, it just seems like it's so easy for Leo. They always get lucky. In reality, it's like, I just, whatever I am, I want to be that to the fullest. Whereas you got this person here who's like not really focusing on themselves inward. They're focusing on what are you doing? Instead of like doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're looking over at you and not getting anything done, and then upset. Like how can it's hard to describe what I'm seeing, but that's you know, nah. Ascended Masters, you have the Six of Cups and the Lovers, and the Ascended Master's energy is telling me that this person realizes that, you know what, we could all be doing things on our side of the street, but when you couple up with the right spirit, when you partner up with the right spirit, you become a force. And this is someone who's realizing they need to honor commitments with you, and they need to honor the people around them, and not to be judgmental, but to hear, listen, pay attention, trust what you know what I mean. This would be a person that wouldn't listen to you. It didn't matter what you said, right? I'm not listening to Leo, even though I'm looking at Leo and trying to maybe match their steps. I'm not listening to Leo. This is someone who's being prompted. They're being pushed. I'm seeing angel number 2222. They're being pushed to listen to you. They're being pushed to understand. Stop judging the situation. Stop thinking from where you are and look at what is in front of you. You want to wear purple around a person, wear purple today, or have purple somewhere to help one to develop their mental clarity, because this is a person who is literally third eye chakra may have been super imbalanced, and you would know that this is who the person is based on, I mean, the third eye chakra is deep, how it looks like that what they may have been confused, always sowing confusion. They lack intuition, and they think that their thoughts are so rigid, everything that they like it doesn't matter what happens. They're going to do things this way, regardless, even if it doesn't work. You would notice this person, if you're around them, they get headaches a lot. Their eyes are always bothering them. They may have sinus issues. They're always clearing their throat, or something's always wrong with their sinus, right? They may have sleep disorders or neurological disorders, like their nerves are bad or something's going on with them. They may lack, you just notice they lack clarity. They don't grasp stuff, like mental fog. You could lay it out for them and they'd still be like, what? Doesn't make any sense. Um, they're afraid of the unknown. They need to have control over whatever is happening. And because of that, they may have been sort of controlling over you in imperceptible ways, right? Like causing problems when they don't understand what's about to happen, um, causing a war when it really should have been peaceful. They might have been, um, if you did anything independently, they were and wildly upset with that, or they didn't trust you anymore, or kind of vibe. If you just did something out of the word, you never brush your teeth at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's like, oh my gosh, chill out. um, you may find that they had like addictions to things, not necessarily like illegal substances or illicit things. It may have been that they had to have something at a certain time every day, maybe a coffee, or every day they had the same thing all the time, kind of vibe. So if that's the case, then you know who I'm talking about. I'm just going to leave that out there for you. But Year of the Rabbit could be significant, and that could be, it could represent the fact that this person also is not willing to give up without a fight. Um, Year of the Rabbit is to this, it could be a year something significant happened, or what kicked all this mess off. Or it could be a year that you were born, or someone significant to this situation was born, and that's 2023, 2011, 1999, 87, 75, 63, 51, 39, and 27. Look into your North Node, Leo, because I feel like your North Node and theirs are coinciding. And you may see that they may have a lot to do with where your North Node is. And so you could be dealing with a Pisces, an Aries, a Scorpio, or a Gemini, right? So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Aries cusp. Okay. If you're not dealing with this sign, with these signs, but you don't have to be, these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.